Now to that devastating fire at a longtime family business in Lapeer County. Firefighters from 6 departments battled the blaze for hours at the Country Smokehouse that's just off M59 in Almont. The business has been a tourist favorite for decades and a well-known spot for deer hunters around the state. 7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith met with the owner, who is vowing to rebuild despite what seems like a never-ending string of tragedies.
And you know, it's wild. The owners are more concerned about the 87 employees than they are about themselves. From the road, you can hardly tell all the damage there because they were actually getting ready to add on to this growing business, 30 years in the making. But you get up close and you see they've had to block off the retail. They're already boarding everything up. Behind this, a smokehouse that is a total loss. But again, the owner, after bad news for the past couple of weeks, he's still worried about everyone else.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. I want to figure out what we're going to do for him. Hopefully my insurance will take care of it. They're all local people that grew up with me here.
Steve Francis worrying about his workers, the same workers worrying about him. Today they're rushing to get any salvageable meat into refrigerated trailers, trying to stem the loss after an overnight fire took almost everything. Employees holding on to one another, all wondering what's next.
We're hoping we can find a place for them and tell them I have another location. I'm going to stuff some people over there if I can and just eat the labor costs if I can.
If that wasn't hard enough, imagine for a second as you look at this damage. The firefighters trying to save this building, they know the owner. The workers, they felt this pain too.
I think it's that way with anything that we fight around here. We're small communities and we know everybody.
As soon as everybody heard, they knew it was us. They just came with open arms. Couldn't save it though.
Steve was rushing here himself because he was hours away. He buried his dad just a day ago. Donald Francis passed away 1 week ago, the same day Steve, the guy working his phone to see what he can do for his employees, well, Steve had a heart attack. Everyone here well aware that his heart must have broke a little bit more seeing the business he built from the ground up take a hit like this.
I don't know if Satan's testing me, but boy, he's putting me to the limits. He ain't going to win this battle though. It's pretty tough. It can take your whole life away from you. You know, it's 30 years to me and my wife. 30 years.
I asked Steve if they needed any extra help to get the word out. He said they don't want any handouts. They're going to work on their own to figure this out. But nonetheless, it's a tough pill to swallow. 3/4 of their business comes during the holiday season and the deer hunting season, which is all right around the corner. For 7 Action News in Almont, I'm Matthew Smith.